Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is going to be another how to magnetize your twin flame. And then when this video, at the end of this video, I am going to be working on one of your chakras, doing energy healing, which will also help magnetize your twin flame. It's all about the energy. If you look at all my other videos on how to magnetize the twin flame, you will see all the reasons why energy work is so important. Because I just don't want to keep repeating myself, especially if you are following this series. And I'm working on the solar plexus, so that will be So what is the solar plexus? The solar plexus is all about the self-esteem, willpower, personal power, that type of thing. So if you feel guided, stay with us on that. Okay, so right now we're just going to talk about how to magnetize your twin flame. And so I pulled a series of cards and let's see what it says. So the first card you got is Kuan Yin. And so it says, the goddess of compassion. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. So what this is talking about is, so let's just say your twin flame, has gone through, a hard time. And what Kuan Yin is talking about is recognizing that they're suffering and don't allow it to trigger you, like almost like instead you just like out of curiosity, you're just being present, you're being calm, you're not judging the situation, you're not feeling a part of it, you're not saying how you contributed to it, you're not saying how, oh, give it back, it's not mine. You're just being compassionate and you're just feeling like, I just want to be a calm presence for you and just recognize that you're suffering and show my compassion. And so what she's talking about is just realizing that you know what they're telling me, to also recognize your own suffering and not judging it and not feeling triggered by it, just like recognizing your own suffering or recognizing your twin flame suffering, or it could be anyone's suffering. And instead of feeling triggered by it or getting emotionally tied up in it or feeling like a part of it or a cause of it, instead just like take a step back and feel like detached and just like feel detached from the situation and just kind of be more of an observer and listen and just feel compassion for yourself, compassion for your twin flame, without any kind of triggering or drama. And that is going to be one way of magnetizing your twin flame. Because when you get caught up in the whole, oh, you made me suffer, or I made you suffer, and you get caught up in the whole, triggering, that will plummet the vibration. So keep it in the whole unconditional love, compassion vibration. And when you do that, your twin flame feels safe, and they feel safer to open up to you, because the minute you withdraw or the minute you give out vibes of I'm feeling triggered, or I feel like you made me suffer, I don't want to hear about your suffering, then that makes them retreat. And so in order to magnetize your twin flame in the 3D, just feel detached and instead be like a calm presence that is more compassionate. Okay. All right, and then the next card you got is Firm Foundation. Okay, and then what they're saying is to please, build your own foundation. So this is probably the Four of Pentacles. I know it's not the traditional tarot. And so they're also asking you not to hold on too tightly, because the traditional Four of Pentacles, it shows someone like holding on to something, and they're asking you not to do that as well. Just build your own foundation. Kind of like you see this mountain. See this mountain that's actually in front of him. He's getting ready to climb that mountain, and it's like he knows that he has everything he needs, that he's built this foundation to climb it, and that he's got him, he's got his spiritual entourage, behind him. He has his twin flame next to him. You know, if you watch one of my videos, I do a channeled message from the twin flame, fifth dimensional twin flame and third dimensional twin flame. And so, yeah. And so he's just like, you know, he's got his spiritual entourage. He's built his firm foundation. He's not looking to anyone else besides him and his own spiritual entourage. And he's about to climb that mountain. So they're asking you to build your own firm foundation. Don't look outside of yourself. You know, use your own intuition, you know, build your own strength, build your own stamina. You will falter if you look outside of yourself. You will falter. If you look outside of yourself for that help, or that, what they're telling me is when you look outside of yourself for that confirmation, that's when you start to falter. And so, like, he's looking within and he's building his own foundation, and then just let it go. Because again, this is the Four of Pentacles. And the traditional tarot, don't hold on so tight. And then you're allowing the universe to give you what you need. You know, you're allowing the universe to give you the tools. Because if you hold on like this and you're like, well, this is what I want and I'm not letting it go, and this is the outcome that I want and I'm not letting it go. Now the universe is like, but like, how are we supposed to like help you if you won't like open up? Because like it's like you're blocking them now. You're blocking your, you know, spiritual entourage of helping you, and they see all the different timelines, they see all the different outcomes, and they know the best outcome for you. And if you decide that you only want this outcome, they can't help you get the best outcome. They can't help you because you're so close. But if you're just like this and you're like, okay, I'm just working on myself. I'm feeling pretty strong. I'm feeling pretty whole. I'm feeling pretty independent. Guide me, show me the way. Where am I supposed to go? And then like, oh my gosh. And now you're going to have like the way better outcome. And that is how to magnetize your twin flame. The other card you got is, I think it's pronounced Indriel. And it says, you are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. Yeah, so right now, they're asking you while you have this time, and then maybe some of you are already in physical 3D union, and you're probably clicking on this channel, realizing that, slipping away here, what's happening? Because, you know, sometimes the relationship starts to repel, even in twin flame union, if you're not completely, if your energies aren't completely clear and free of the baggage, which I go into in all my other videos on this series. Anyway, they're asking you to notice what the divine is asking you to do right now. So the divine is asking you to take this time to be a light worker, shine your light. So in order to shine your light, you have to raise your vibrations. You have to raise your own vibrations. So working on your own foundation. So that has something to do with also raising your own frequency, raising your own. So when I mean raise your, and I did this in the last video, but just like be more in the love vibration, be in joy, be at peace. When you're at peace and love and joy, that is when you don't really have to even do anything. Just being in that vibration, you're shining your light. You don't even have to do anything or be anything. I mean, technically, I will use my hand chakras and shine light onto the earth. That's just something I do. But just being a light worker is just being love and loving yourself, and just you're just not explaining it, but you're like showing it, you're like being it, you're displaying it, and people understand it just by they're just changed by being near you. They don't understand what it is. They don't understand like the high frequency, but it changes them just being in your presence. It changes them. And so, and when you do this, that is how to magnetize your twin flame, because you're raising your own frequency, and you're raising frequency in others, and your twin flame. The next card you got is surrender to effortlessness. And so what this is saying is stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Yep. So you see how she's just swinging on the swing. Life is so effortless. And so, she's not really worried. She's not really like in her head. She's not really overthinking. She's not like really needing anything at this time. She's just swinging on the swing, letting her hair down. And so they're just saying, again, it's kind of like this Four of Pentacles, when you just kind of release it all and you're just like, you know what, divine, please show me whatever it is you need me to know. Please point me in the right direction. Please help me. What's the next step? That type of thing. It's like that's when the flow will start. That's when the flow happens. And that's when, I don't know, I have this saying somewhere where I forget who said it, but they said something like it's when you really stop caring. It's when you really kind of let it go, and when you really stop feeling like you have to have something, that's when it shows up. When you really just like, you're just kind of in a state of, I'm so happy and carefree and I'm really focused on this, and yeah, life is good. And that's when you start being in the flow and the river takes you, and in your intuition about where the river wants to take you. You already know it's in you intuitively already know this. And so you just can't block the river, with your energy. You have to like keep purging, letting it go, get lighter and lighter and lighter in your frequency, and then allow the river to take you to your twin flame. And that is how to magnetize yourself to your twin flame. The next card you got is your third dimensional twin won't come back until you balanced out your energies. So the reason why I said this is because I think I grabbed two by accident. Yeah, here's the saying. Oh, let me just go back to the saying. Hold on. So the saying is, when you could be happy with or without your heart's desire, it will suddenly appear. For your ship will come in over a don't care sea. Be happy and something will happen. So let me say that again. When you can be happy with or without your heart's desire, it will suddenly appear, for your ship will come in over a don't care sea. Be happy and something will happen. That was said by Florence Scovel Shinn. Yes, see? and and this talks about balancing out your energy. So this just means your inner divine feminine, inner divine masculine energies. If you're so imbalanced, so like that means like if you're overthinking, that gives them a lot of anxiety, and that makes them run because they're now more in fear because they could feel your overthinking. It puts them out of balance. Or if you're needing them and you keep looking at your phone, you're like, when are they going to text me? I thought they would have texted me by now. That needing, that energy also affects your divine counterpart, and then it makes them more lost. It makes them more, I don't even want to know. So it's just stuff like that. And so I actually life coach about the whole inner divine feminine, inner divine masculine energies, and how to balance it out. And when you balance out your inner divine feminine, inner divine masculine energies, once you're truly feeling like you're whole, and you're encompassing all the traits of the divine feminine as well as all the traits of your divine masculine inside of you, that is how you magnetize your twin flame. It's a beautiful thing. And then you also got control, which is reversed. And so, of course, I think you know what this means. It means letting go of control, which is it's kind of a theme here with the Four of Pentacles and with Kuan Yin. That's kind of what you were talking about, right? Like don't be in control. Just let it, like, be at peace and be in compassion. Don't let it trigger you. Let go of the drama. Just be an observer. Just listen. Take yourself out of it. Just say, so it's nothing to do with me. It's theirs. And I'm just going to listen and give them lots of compassion. And I'm going to understand that they are suffering, and then doing it for yourself too, and not judging yourself. So it's not judging people. It's just feeling compassion for people. And just what she talks about is being curious. So recognizing people's suffering and to help release it, release your own, release theirs, and just being at peace with it. and then just letting go of control, which is the same thing as Four of Pentacles, letting go of the control and just being effortless. Like you don't have to manipulate the situation. You don't have to. The divine's already taking care of that because they're already asking you just to shine your light, just be you, and people will be changed just by you. And they're also asking you to reflect. So it says, keep your eyes open. Joy lives in small places. And so, and that's just noticing joy in every little mundane thing. It's feeling joy in the mundane. That's the hardest part about life. It's easy to find joy in all those super duper, experiences. If we go to Disney World or I don't know, Yosemite or I don't know, like what those spectacular trips or, something wonderful happens or it's Christmas or, it's easy to have joy during, exciting times or like if you're in love. It's the mundane that people have trouble with. And that's where the real enlightenment comes from. And that's where the real peace comes from. And so when I say, to really raise the vibration, and that's really how you're going to magnetize your twin flame. You're really going to magnetize your twin flame when you're vibrating in your frequency as much as possible. It's not something that you can be up there 100% of the time, but if you can work on 60% of the time of being in love, feeling of love, self-love, joy, peace, enlightenment. If you can stay up there at least 60% of the time, you are going to attract your twin flame. But the way they're saying to do that is to recognize joy in the mundane. So just in the most mundane, most boring things. Is going to bring you joy. So I think with my other video I talked about Sadhguru, and he's like, so we just look at the time right now, 4:52 p.m. on February 7th. Well, I'm doing this video. I won't release it in February 17th, but 4:52 p.m. on February 17th, 2020. And it will never be that time again. And it will never be that year again. You're right. Like how spectacular is that? That it is 4:52 February 17, 2020, and that will never happen again. How exciting is that? And just feeling and like noticing the joy in the littlest things, like noticing just like the little details and like when you're walking out around in nature, like just noticing a bug, like a ladybug crawling on the on the dirt, or just noticing like your dog rolling on his bone, or just like common things that you might see every day that you feel is, not something that anyone would feel, like this over abundant joy over, but it's just like something where you're finding joy in like the littlest, tiniest, everyday, mundane things, just little things. And that is what's going to bring up your vibration and your frequency. And that is how you're going to magnetize your twin flame. If you can learn to do that, 98% of the world is not doing, maybe even 99% of the world is not doing that. It's all about something bringing them joy, something outside of themselves bringing them joy. And if you could find the joy within and then just noticing and reflecting, oh, wow, like look at this stone, it's like, oh, look how beautiful that is. And just really noticing and reflecting and saying, how cool is that? There's no other stone like it, you know? And I don't know, it's just like the mundane things. That's what's going to really ramp you up in your vibration. Okay. I also like to pull a card that's just something to ponder on, and it's just for you. So the card I pulled is, how are you healing yourself? And so you can make that into a practice of like, it could be like a morning practice, nighttime practice, spiritual practice. It doesn't have to be long. It could be 5 minutes, but like think about, what are you doing to heal yourself? Do you have a practice to help heal your inner child? Right now, I'm about to do the pranic healing. I'm going to heal and cleanse the solar plexus chakra. So again, I'm doing a series on cleansing the different chakras. And so I hope you join me for that. And If not, then I just want to thank you for joining me for this How to Magnetize Your Twin Flame video. Again, this is a series, so please check out all my other videos. I have many of these that I'm posting. And I hope you join me for the Pranic Healing, and that will be next. If you don't, then thank you again for joining me. And if you feel led, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, share. Thank you so much for all my new subscribers. I really, I'm very grateful for all of you. And I will talk to you next time. And we will now start the Pranic Healing. Hi. So now we're going to begin the Pranic Healing, and we are going to work on your Solar Plexus Chakra. I like to first start off with sweeping your aura. And so if you've watched my other Pranic Healing videos, we always like to start with sweeping out the aura, or at least when I was certified, that's what we did. Back in the day, I got certified in Pranic Healing years ago. And so we always started off with sweeping the aura. You'll probably notice a lot of other videos that do plucking, where they pluck the negative energy out of your aura. And so in Pranic Healing, we do a sweeping, and then we push it down to the ground. And I'm asking my divine entourage, my spiritual entourage, I call them. I'm asking them to do the back of you, helping me. So any negative energy that may have been caught in your aura, or just sorry about my stomach if you hear my stomach growling. We're just combing out your aura. If you watch all of my other videos, you will get a complete sweeping of your aura. So I just like to do it around your head, neck, shoulders, around your arms, underneath your armpits, down your stomach, legs, and then feet. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to scan for your Solar Plexus Chakra. This is the hollow area between your ribs. That's where your solar plexus is. So because this is energetic and this is long distance, I'm just going to do it towards the screen, but I'm picturing your solar plexus chakra and I'm scanning to feel the energy. Okay. Now I'm going to cleanse. So now we're cleansing. If you want to put your intention down at your, like, the hollow area between your ribs, you might feel a tingling as I'm cleansing your chakra. And just so you know, your solar plexus, it acts as an energy clearinghouse center. It also controls the heating and cooling system of the body. It also controls the pancreas, liver, diaphragm, large intestine, appendix, and stomach. I just like to cleanse my hand again. Blue green. If it's blocked, it can cause high cholesterol, diabetes, ulcers, hepatitis, rheumatoid arthritis, heart ailments, low self-esteem, anger, control issues, difficulty making decisions. It's so funny how it lined up, because what I'll do is I'll just pull a card as to which chakra to work on, and we're talking about the Four of Pentacles today, and letting go of control was one of the cards. So the solar plexus also is in control of that. So when we unblock that, what it does is it helps to align, and it helps aid in any kind of control issues, any kind of anger, any kind of self-esteem issues, difficulty making any kind of decisions, apathy, procrastination, any kind of digestive issues, all has to do with the solar plexus. Okay, and you can come back to this video as many times as you want to get this energy clearing, this chakra clearing. Okay. I'm also going to use a crystal wand to also help in cleansing your solar plexus chakra. You also have a back solar plexus chakra. So in Pranic Healing, there's 11 chakras. And I'm starting off with the front, and then I'll work myself to the back chakras. Again, it will always be in the screen now, and I'm just picturing it, and the divine is also working through me to cleanse. Again, see if you can feel like a tingling in your solar plexus. When it's in alignment, it helps you with your self-esteem, individual power, willpower, personal power, commitment, governs metabolism as well. Your digestive system, it's good for your digestive system. So right now I'm just using a crystal wand. You can see if you can feel any tingling in your solar plexus chakra as I cleanse. My stomach. You might hear my stomach going. And so the crystal wand is just doing a little bit more of a deeper cleaning in your solar plexus chakra. And so they say to kind of picture it like a graph. And you're just kind of doing like little areas in the chakra of cleansing. Shouldn't say like a graph, it's like maybe like a pie chart, and just like split it into little different pie pieces and like a pie chart, and then you just kind of cleansing. Okay. All right, and now we're going to energize your solar plexus chakra. Okay. Okay, now we're going to stabilize the solar plexus chakra. Stabilize. Okay. And I'm going to clean out your energies a little bit with the sage. Okay. And now and you can close your eyes if you don't like the light therapy, but I'm also going to do a little bit of light therapy, and I explain on all my other videos. It's more for the ASMR. It's not anything to do with pranic healing, but I like the light therapy because it's like, it's like having like one of those light therapy lamps. It just fills you with light, it just kind of uplifts you, kind of like not as good as sunlight, but they call it light therapy, where it just kind of uplifts you a little bit. And it's also ASMR, so this might help with some tingles. But you can close your eyes if you don't like this part. Okay. Then we will finish with selenite. It's going to help cleanse your aura. Also do a little brushing. Get the sides. Back. Okay. And then one last sweeping. Again, it's similar to plucking out the negative energy out of your aura, but in pranic healing, we just kind of comb it and sweep it and brush out any negative energy. Okay, so you can come back to this video as many times as you need for your solar plexus, and I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and again, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and thank you so much for my new subscribers. I really appreciate it. And please check out all my other videos on this Magnetize Your Twin Flame series. And also I'll be working on all the chakras, all 11 of them. And please check out my sun sign videos if you feel led. I have just so many types of videos. I'm also going to be doing one about a message from your twin flame from the fifth dimension, as well as your twin flame from the third dimension. Okay, so anyway, thank you again so much. I appreciate it, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks. Bye.